Can you train your vibration to be higher? Top 1% secret? Everything in this universe is energy. Every thought, every emotion, every action, it's all vibration. And if you've ever felt stuck, drained, or like you're constantly attracting the wrong situations into your life, it's not because the world is against you. It's because your vibration is operating at a frequency that aligns with those very things. But what if I told you that you could change that you could train your vibration to be higher consistently so that you naturally attract abundance, clarity, and fulfillment? This isn't just spiritual talk, this is how the universe actually works. Most people go through life completely unaware of the energy they're emitting. They think their reality is something that happens to them, rather than something they are creating in every moment. But the truth is, your vibration is like a radio signal, constantly broadcasting a frequency that determines what you receive in return. If you feel stuck in cycles of negativity, it's not because you're unlucky. It's because you're tuned into a frequency that keeps pulling those experiences toward you. And here's the secret that the top 1% of spiritually awakened individuals understand. You don't have to stay on that frequency. You can shift it. You can train it. And once you do, your entire reality begins to change.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Think about this. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt the energy shift? Maybe you've met someone whose presence was so powerful, so uplifting, that you felt lighter just being around them. Or maybe you've encountered someone whose energy was so heavy that you felt drained after just a few minutes. What's the difference? Vibration. High vibrational individuals don't just think differently, they exist differently. Their energy is aligned with higher states of consciousness, and because of that, they naturally attract positive experiences, synchronicities, and success. It's not magic, it's physics. So, how do you train your vibration to be higher? It starts with awareness. Most people go through life unconsciously reacting to everything around them, allowing external circumstances to dictate their internal state. But high vibrational individuals take full responsibility for their energy. They don't wait for something good to happen to feel good. They generate that frequency from within. And this is where the real training begins. Your thoughts are the first level of training. Every thought carries a frequency, and most people allow their minds to run on autopilot, recycling the same limiting beliefs, the same fears, the same doubts over and over again. But here's the truth. Every time you think a thought, you're reinforcing a frequency. And if you're constantly thinking low vibrational thoughts, self-doubt, fear, anger, resentment, you are literally anchoring yourself to a lower reality. The top 1% know this, which is why they train their minds relentlessly. They choose their thoughts with precision. They replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. They don't allow negativity to take root in their consciousness, because they know that what they think, they become. But thoughts alone aren't enough. Your emotions amplify your vibration. You can't just think positive thoughts while feeling like a wreck inside and expect your vibration to rise. Your emotions are the fuel behind your energy, and this is where most people struggle, because they've spent years, even decades, suppressing emotions, avoiding pain and numbing themselves to their own inner world. But here's the truth. You cannot fake a high vibration. You have to embody it. And to embody it, you have to do the inner work. This means facing your shadows. It means clearing out the emotional baggage that's been weighing you down. It means allowing yourself to feel fully, to process your pain, and to release anything that no longer serves you. Because the truth is, you can't build a high vibration on top of unprocessed trauma. You have to clear the lower frequencies first, and yes, this part is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. And the top 1% of spiritually awakened individuals know that the only way out is through. Now, here's where it gets even more powerful. Your body holds a vibration too. The way you move, the way you breathe, the way you nourish yourself, it all affects your frequency. If you're constantly consuming low vibrational foods, surrounding yourself with toxic environments, and neglecting your physical health, you are keeping your vibration stuck. But when you start treating your body as a vessel for high-frequency energy, everything shifts. You move with intention, you breathe deeply, you fuel yourself with life-giving foods, you create an environment that supports your highest state of being. And then there's the final piece, action. Your vibration is not just about what you think or feel, it's about what you do. Every choice you make either raises or lowers your frequency. The top 1% understand this at the deepest level, which is why they move with extreme intentionality. They don't waste their energy on things that drain them. They don't engage in gossip, drama, or meaningless distractions. They align their actions with their highest self every single day. And because of this, their vibration stays consistently high. So now, ask yourself, what frequency are you operating on right now? Are you unconsciously moving through life, reacting to everything, letting your energy be dictated by external circumstances? Or are you actively training your vibration, choosing your thoughts, managing your emotions, honoring your body, and aligning your actions with your highest self? Because the truth is, you have a choice, and that choice is shaping your reality in every moment. If you could fully control your frequency, what kind of life would you create? What would your relationships look like? What opportunities would flow into your life effortlessly? What version of you would emerge if you committed to operating at the highest vibration possible? Because that version of you already exists, and the only thing standing between you and that reality is your willingness to do the work. The science of frequency, how your vibration physically shapes reality. Everything in this universe operates on frequency, from the smallest subatomic particle to the vastness of galaxies. Everything is vibrating at a specific rate. But what most people don't realize is that their personal vibration is not just an abstract spiritual concept, it is a measurable force that directly influences their reality. The top 1% of spiritually awakened individuals understand that their vibration determines what they attract, how they experience life, and even how their body functions at a biological level. Science has already proven that everything is energy. Quantum physics shows us that at the most fundamental level, physical matter is not solid, it is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your thoughts, your emotions, your intentions, and even the electrical impulses in your body are all part of this vibratory field. When you understand this, you begin to see that your external reality is not separate from you. It is a reflection of the energy you are emitting. Think of your vibration like a tuning fork. When you strike a tuning fork, it resonates at a specific frequency, and if another tuning fork of the same frequency is nearby, it will start vibrating as well. This is called resonance. Your vibration works the same way. Whatever frequency you are holding within yourself will naturally attract experiences, people, and circumstances that match it. This is why when you are in a state of joy, gratitude, and love, life seems to flow effortlessly, opportunities appear out of nowhere, synchronicities increase, and you feel deeply connected to everything around you. But when you are stuck in fear, doubt, or negativity, everything feels like a struggle. You attract conflict, obstacles, and situations that reinforce the very feelings you are trying to escape. Now, here's where it gets even more powerful. Your vibration not only affects your external reality, but also your physical body. The field of vibrational medicine has shown that different frequencies can influence the way your cells function. Studies have demonstrated that positive emotions and high-frequency energy states can enhance cellular regeneration, boost the immune system, and even accelerate healing. Conversely, prolonged exposure to low-frequency emotions like stress, anger, or fear can weaken the body, leading to illness and chronic fatigue. The top 1% understand that maintaining a high vibration is not just about spiritual alignment, it is about optimizing their entire being. But how does this actually work? The human body is an electromagnetic system. Your heart, your brain, and even your DNA emit electromagnetic fields that interact with the energy around you. The heart in particular generates the most powerful electromagnetic field in the body, and studies from the Heart Math Institute have shown that this field can extend several feet beyond you, influencing not only your own state, but also the energy of those around you. This is why you can feel when someone has a strong presence. Their electromagnetic field is literally affecting yours. Now, ask yourself this. If your vibration is shaping your reality at every moment, what frequency have you been living at? Have you been unconsciously broadcasting a signal of fear, lack, and limitation? Or have you been consciously cultivating a vibration of abundance, clarity, and expansion? Because the truth is, your energy is constantly creating. The question is whether you are creating intentionally or by default. The good news is, you can shift your vibration at any moment. It is not something you are stuck with. It is something you can train, refine, and amplify. The top 1% of spiritually aligned individuals do this daily. They use specific techniques to elevate their frequency, ensuring that they are consistently aligned with the highest possible reality. They understand that their vibration is their most valuable asset because it determines everything, from the people they attract, to the doors that open for them, to the level of peace and fulfillment they experience. So, how do you start training your vibration? The first step is tuning into your awareness. You must become conscious of the energy you are emitting in every moment. This requires deep self-honesty. Are your thoughts aligned with the reality you want to create? Are your emotions supporting the frequency of the life you desire? Are your actions reinforcing a high vibration, or are they keeping you stuck in old patterns? Awareness is the foundation because you cannot change what you do not acknowledge. The next step is intentional frequency elevation. This means actively engaging in practices that raise your vibration. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools because it directly shifts your brain waves into higher states of consciousness, allowing you to access a more elevated frequency. Gratitude is another key practice. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you instantly shift your vibration into a state of abundance. Movement and breath work also play a crucial role. Your body holds energy, and when you move with intention, whether through yoga, dance, or even simple conscious breathing, you release stagnant energy and raise your frequency. But the most important factor in training your vibration is consistency. Raising your vibration is not something you do once and expect permanent results. It is a daily practice, a lifelong mastery. The top 1% understand that maintaining a high vibration requires discipline, just like training a muscle. They do not allow themselves to be consumed by negativity. They do not engage in low-frequency habits. They protect their energy fiercely because they know their vibration determines their destiny. So, now I ask you, if you could fully control your vibration, what would you create? What reality would you step into if you committed to elevating your frequency every single day? Because the truth is, your highest potential already exists. The only thing standing between you and that reality is your willingness to raise your vibration to match it. Breaking the illusion, how to free yourself from low vibrational traps. Most people don't realize they are trapped. They wake up every day, follow the same routines, feel the same emotions, think the same thoughts, and wonder why their lives never change. They assume their circumstances are random, that their struggles are just part of life, and that suffering is inevitable. But what if I told you that most of the limitations you experience are self-imposed, that the obstacles in your life are not external forces working against you, but manifestations of your own vibration? That the reality you live in is nothing more than a reflection of the frequency you operate at? The greatest illusion that keeps people stuck in low vibrational states is the belief that life is happening to them rather than through them. This single mindset shift, understanding that you are the creator of your reality, separates those who remain trapped in cycles of suffering from those who break free. The top 1% of spiritually awakened individuals know this. They do not wait for external conditions to change in order to feel good. They do not blame the world for their problems. They take full responsibility for their energy, knowing that their vibration is the key that unlocks every door. But why is it so difficult for most people to break free? The answer lies in conditioning. From the moment you were born, you were programmed. You were taught what to believe, how to behave, what to fear, and what to desire. You inherited the energy of your environment, absorbing the vibrations of your parents, your culture, your society. If you grew up in a space filled with fear, scarcity, and limitation, you unconsciously adopted those frequencies as your own, and unless you consciously reprogram your vibration, you will continue to live out those patterns for the rest of your life. Low vibrational traps are everywhere. They come in the form of toxic relationships that drain your energy, media that keeps you in a state of fear and anxiety, habits that weaken your spirit, and belief systems that tell you that you are powerless. But the most dangerous trap of all is unconsciousness, the state of living on autopilot, never questioning your reality, never realizing that you have the power to change it. And this is exactly why so few people truly elevate their vibration, not because they can't, but because they don't even realize they need to. So how do you break free? The first step is awareness. You must begin to see the patterns that have been running your life. What emotions do you experience on a daily basis? Are they empowering or draining? What beliefs do you hold about yourself and the world? Do they expand you or limit you? Who do you spend your time with? Do they elevate your energy or keep you stuck? Every part of your life is either raising or lowering your vibration. And the moment you become aware of this, you gain the power to make a change. Once you see the traps, the next step is to consciously detach from them. This means letting go of anything that no longer serves your highest frequency. It means walking away from relationships that keep you in cycles of negativity. It means turning off the news that bombards you with fear. It means breaking habits that drain your energy, whether it's unhealthy food, endless scrolling on social media, or wasting time on things that do not align with your purpose. The top 1% understand that energy is everything, and they fiercely protect theirs. But here's the challenge. Letting go of low vibrational habits, beliefs, and relationships is uncomfortable. Your ego will resist. It will try to convince you that you need these things, that change is too difficult, that staying in the familiar is safer. This is how the illusion keeps its grip on you, by making you believe that the prison is your home. But the truth is, freedom requires discomfort, growth requires letting go, and the only way to rise into a higher vibration is to release everything that is holding you down. Now, here's where most people get stuck. They try to raise their vibration, but their environment constantly pulls them back. They start meditating, feeling good, elevating their energy, only to return to a toxic workplace, a draining relationship, or a routine that lowers their frequency. And this is why real transformation requires more than temporary shifts. It requires a complete reprogramming of your life. The top 1% don't just raise their vibration, they build a life that supports it. They surround themselves with people who inspire them. They create environments that elevate their energy. They structure their days in a way that keeps them aligned with their highest vibration. So ask yourself, what is keeping you trapped in lower frequencies? What habits, people, or beliefs are anchoring you to a reality you no longer want to experience? And, more importantly, are you willing to let them go? Because the truth is, you cannot carry low vibrational energy into a high vibrational life. You must choose. And that choice is what separates those who stay stuck from those who ascend. Now imagine yourself fully free. Imagine living in a state of clarity, peace, and joy, not just for a moment, but as your default state. Imagine waking up every day feeling energized, aligned, and deeply connected to your purpose. Imagine effortlessly attracting opportunities, relationships, and experiences that match your highest vibration. This is not a dream, it is a reality that already exists. The only question is, will you step into it? The mastery of vibration. How to sustain high frequency for life. Reaching a high vibration is one thing, sustaining it is another. Most people experience temporary moments of joy, clarity, or expansion, only to find themselves slipping back into old patterns, old emotions, and old realities. They feel powerful one day and drained the next, inspired in the morning but lost by the afternoon. What separates those who briefly touch higher consciousness from those who live there permanently? Mastery. The top 1% of spiritually awakened individuals do not just experience high vibration, they embody it. They don't just visit elevated states of being, they make them their home. True mastery of vibration requires consistency. It is not about a single breakthrough or a fleeting moment of enlightenment. It is about training yourself every single day to operate at a frequency that aligns with your highest self. This is why most people never reach this level. They treat their energy like an accident rather than a discipline. They allow external circumstances to dictate their internal state, instead of mastering the ability to generate their own frequency. But the truth is, your vibration is always within your control, and the moment you take full responsibility for it, everything changes. So how do you sustain high frequency for life? The first principle is energy hygiene. Just as you wouldn't go days without showering or brushing your teeth, you must maintain your energetic cleanliness. This means daily practices that clear out lower vibrations, meditation to reset your mind, breath work to release stagnant energy, movement to keep your body in flow, and intentional silence to reconnect with your inner being. The top 1% never let their energy become clouded by distraction, negativity, or unconsciousness. They cleanse, they reset, they realign every single day. The second principle is environment. You cannot expect to sustain a high vibration while living in a low vibrational space. This applies to the people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, the thoughts you entertain, and even the physical spaces you inhabit. Everything carries energy. Everything influences your frequency. The most awakened individuals understand that their environment must reflect their highest state of being. They do not tolerate toxicity in any form. They do not engage in meaningless gossip, drama, or fear-based narratives. They curate their surroundings with precision, ensuring that everything in their field supports their vibration. The third principle is emotional mastery. The ability to remain in a high vibration does not mean avoiding negative emotions. It means processing them with awareness. Many people believe that sustaining high frequency means suppressing sadness, anger, or frustration. But this is the opposite of mastery. True vibrational alignment comes from allowing emotions to move through you without attachment. Feel what you need to feel, but do not let it define you. The top 1% experience the full range of human emotion, but they do not dwell in lower states. They observe, they process, they release, and they return to their natural high frequency. The final principle is alignment with purpose. Nothing drains your vibration faster than living out of alignment with your soul's calling. When you are engaged in work that does not fulfill you, relationships that do not inspire you, or routines that feel empty, your vibration will reflect that dissonance. Sustaining high frequency is not about forcing yourself to be positive. It is about living in a way that naturally generates high frequency energy. When you are aligned with your purpose, when you are expressing your truth, when you are fully engaged in what makes you come alive, high vibration becomes effortless. So now, ask yourself, are you living in a way that sustains your highest frequency? Do your daily habits, your environment, your emotions, and your purpose align with the vibration you wish to hold? Because sustaining high vibration is not about temporary efforts. It is about becoming the kind of person who naturally exists at that level. And once you do, everything in your life will rise to meet you. Your reality is a reflection of your frequency. The only question is, what will you choose to vibrate at?